This week on New Music Fridays, got Pop Smoke, fake the second album dropped since his death. Messed up how that works. You spend your life trying to build up enough notoriety for people to care about your music, only for the powers that be to milk the waltz that you had left, leaving no interest at all. Like I always say, to show my respect to the dead, I show them the same energy as I did while they were alive. And Pop Smoke was never one that I had interest in. Now he has what could be the most star-studded album of the year, to make up for the fact that these are simply all songs that Pop Smoke never wanted to come out. Got Kanye, Pusha T, Rick Ross, The Dream, Future, Takeoff, 21 Savage. How many of these people do you think were actual fans? Or are they along for the wave of sympathy this album is projected to garner? Keep in mind, if this project is hot, I'm okay with this. There's a chance that top producers can take the leftovers of what was deemed a superstar career and craft something of interest, but I don't see that happening. Honestly, Pop Smoke has so much more work to go into building his fundamentals and this New York grime sound that everyone has been emulating since his death. And that's exactly what I'm expecting here. The same song with few exceptions, because Pop Smoke was truly limited as an MC and his life was cut short well before we could see his true potential. Could he have been great and changed music? Yes. But everyone has that potential. You get what you put in. Tell the Vision was put together in a very intriguing manner. Got intro, then a skit with the SOS Band sample, or Smile for all you Scarface and Tupac fans, then dropped in the grime music, then used the skit again but as a hook, but with Pop this time talking, and then bring in Pusha T. Did Pusha T just promote his new album on the album of a dead rapper? Clearly wasn't a fan, nor does he care about the significance of being on a dead rapper's potentially final project. Pop is about to drop and I see platinum in the clouds was a good line, don't get me wrong. But discussing who has the best album right now doesn't seem to be the thing to do on this type of project. Manslaughter was dope, even though Ross treats this like every feature that he's ever been on. Screw a topic or, like punchlines. I'm just gonna rap because y'all ain't paying attention anyway. I'm sorry, man, I'm just not a grime fan. And I know this is what's being forced on us as the thing to push trap music out, but how's about we just try quality music for once? Top Shotter? This was mad disappointing. This beat is what happens when you get Pharrell, but no Chad. Verses with nothing to write home about. That's strike 2 for Pusha T. A swing and a miss. Had to catch myself from falling asleep on Woo Baby. Demeanor and Beyond are songs where Pop Smoke got a chance to leave his comfort zone. A preview of what could have been. A cliffhanger that will never be resolved. 8 Ball was a good mesh of styles with Kid Cudi. I will say this project was slightly better than I thought it would be, even though it is exactly what I thought it was. I'm only really rocking with Manslaughter here. Funk Flex, Lurkin featuring King Von and Polo G, the remix. Speaking of an artist killed too soon, King Von actually had some time to display how bright his star could have burned, and that's what hurts more in my opinion. But in comes DJ scavengers like Funk Flex, who pay for verses to go on their projects. Am I the only one who believes the DJ projects are mad annoying? Massive compilations that are hardly ever good because they record them individually, and many of these DJs don't have a good ear for music. I will say Khaled, DJ Drama, and even K-Slay have shown that they know what quality music sounds like, but actually composing quality works? That isn't their forte. Only when Drama is hosting or co-signing an up-and-coming artist is when he displays the best music. What they don't know is that they need to let the creative be the ones who make the music. Let them be in the lab together. Select the production, or even hire the right producers and let them all be creative together. Also, get the people who are on their way up that people actually care about. People hungry enough to actually give it their all, instead of what we've been getting over these years, which is basically washed up rappers living off their names, already established so much so that it makes no sense for them to waste their creative energy on projects that won't help their career. Then there was the criticism for the original song, but that's another show. What I'm expecting is just a copy and paste of a verse on an old song an old man has to bleed for all of its worth. The original Lurkin was solid though, so yes, they pasted a new verse, but in the middle of the song, not at the end. I'm shocked. I mean, I predicted everything there was about this song, and it made it all the more obvious when they just photoshopped Polo G in the image. The creativity, it knows no bounds. But Polo G did good here. I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying these DJs aren't musicians, nor do they know how to compose something more than the basic formats than what they know. This wasn't bad, but it wasn't anything more than what the original was. Trippie Red, Holy Smokes featuring Lil Uzi Vert. I will say one thing about Trippie. He has good timing about when he drops his music. He definitely watches when everyone else is releasing music and avoids those days like the plague. This is the only way that he gets on people's radar, and I will say, well played. As I'm sure there's a small contingent of people who are excited for this collaboration, but I'm just not one of them, even as I will say Trippie has been showing some improvement. His project with Travis Barker definitely showed me something there, but since then it's really been back to the typical. That only happens when you don't see the success that you were hoping to get with your experimental project and you try to recapture your core fan base before they leave you. I think if he had major label backing for the last project, he would have seen the success that he wanted, but that was just not to be. He's back to the grind, making 2 to 3 super extended albums a year to maintain as an indie. And I have nothing against that strategy, especially if it works for him. My issue is that Trippie has reached his ceiling and is in for a steep decline. Hopefully he'll maintain a long career with his connections, but to do that, his music is going to have to sound the same for years to come. And that's what I'm expecting here. Think Personal Favorite with Rich the Kid, and man, that was different. But this poses a question. Is being different but complete trash better than the typical trash that Trippie is known for? I don't think so. See, standard Trippie could make one good 2-minute song out of maybe 20 tracks. I don't think Trippie could get this right within 200 songs or more. It's simply his lack of ability to rap, as this is the type of beat that you need to be on point for and dynamic for it to work. Instead, we get 2 acts that can't readily identify how to remain on beat, and that's not an easy fix. This song was bad, even by Trippie standards, an attempt at something that they by no means were prepared to try, but somehow thought it was good enough to release. Pathetic is the first word that comes to mind. Willow, Lately I Feel Everything. So Willow is dropping something new. I wonder if her fan base, who haven't liked me over the years, actually still care. I'm sure you are all fans of her at this point, and I have to ask you, what can Willow do that her doesn't do but better? I know you all have a deep hatred for me, but this is all I've been trying to tell you for years. I like Willow, but I'm not confused about the talent level that she possesses. She is not competitive with the best, and you are wasting your time if you aren't seeking out the best. You are all just emotionally tied to Willow because you may have grown up with her and watched all of her moves. You will probably always have fondness for her even if you don't listen to any of the new music that comes out. Same thing happened to DMX. All these people that came out pretending to show all this love but clearly never cared about the music released without the major record deal. I think Rise was a solid piece of music, but not enough to make it onto any playlist. She has developed into a respectable artist, but not the superstar that people wanted her to be. And now she will be seeing a steep decline, barring a massive hit that Rock Nation would pour a lot of money behind, which is an oxymoron because they only do that for Jay-Z. What am I expecting here? It's hard to tell because I haven't heard anything about this until the day of its release, if it does in fact release today. I wouldn't be shocked if it comes off as Rise Part 2 though. I forgot that Rock Nation put her into the capable hands of Travis Barker. Now that changes things. As I said, Travis Barker made the only Trippie Red project that I respect. And the direction that he's taken Willow is the white pop rocket route. There's a reason why Avril Lavigne is on this one, and it makes sense. You know, most of those pop singers can't sing, right? She fits in, if not dominates the competition. This is actually a very smart move. But this is the point where I must recuse myself. We are embarking on needle drop territory with this style. It's like why Rick from Rick and Morty decided to stay away from the ocean. Same thing. I'ma just let needle drop handle this one. But it doesn't sound half bad though.